Welcome back to the ShockerRacing Garage. Today we are out at the Silver Lake Sand Dunes in beautiful Mears, Michigan. And we thought this was the perfect opportunity to go ahead and introduce you to the first ever Mojito Jeep Wrangler 392. And Kim's out here getting rowdy already first thing this morning. Hi, Kim. So yeah, good morning. We thought we would kind of do a walk around and show you guys what we've done now that this thing is, I'd say, about 95% complete right now. Yeah. From our plans, we do have a few things that still need to be addressed, and we've been out here kind of testing it out, running it through the paces for the first time to see what problems we're having. Yeah. And I'd say we're having a lot of fun. Minimal problems. Minimal problems, a little bit of rubbing. A little bit, but that's minimal. For sure. So let's get to the walk around. All right, so just to recap what we had already shown you guys in our first unveiling of the 392. Obviously we're running 40-inch tires. We went with the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss 40s on these beautiful bronze Terraflex Nomad split spoke wheels. These are the newest version of the Nomads from Terraflex. Which is the same that we have on Neo. It's just a different design, style and color, but we were really excited because we love them. Yeah, Terraflex killed it with these wheels. We've got the King shocks, and of course we went with the Clayton off-road 3.5-inch lift kit once again on this one to fit the 40-inch tires. One of our most simple but effective mods that we did on Mo, and we incorporated from the old Mo. On the original Mo, is our gold vents. And of course we only do two. We like the off-centered look. And we took it to advanced Cerakote. And we also took the 392 badge so they can match it, and they did a perfect job. So Mo 2.0 has a similar look that Mo had, just in gold instead of red. It's kind of become our thing, right? Like the ShockerRacing Garage thing. We got the little accents to match and pop, and subtle but effective, right? That's right. All right, our next mod we're going to talk about are our metal cloak fenders, which we couldn't be happier with. They were powder coated completely, and then we had our paint guy sand the top portion so it was smooth and paint that, and then we left to give it more like the gloss finish like the rest of the paint. We wanted it to kind of match, right? Yeah, we thought, yeah, because we were painting it regardless, but we didn't want the texture, and then we left the powder coating texture on this outer part. The outer rail there. Yeah, so we just love them. Yeah, they turned out awesome. I've been a fan of these metal cloak fenders for a long time. I love that they incorporate the lights and everything. Now we are still working on trying to figure out these goofy flares. For those of you that don't know, on the Wrangler 392, it's got this giant washer reservoir that makes it difficult to fit a nice fender liner in there and still run a large size tire. So we are working on a relocation kit for that and some different fender liners that are coming soon. But for now, you can see how wonky these things look. We just had to kind of cut and modify the stock liners to fit. Just so we had some protection. Yeah, we just didn't want all the sand from the dunes here getting all up inside the engine bay. So, but I am a little sad about this washer thing because I drink my washer fluid and I don't feel like I'm gonna have enough to drink when he puts this tiny thing in. Yeah, she goes through a lot of it. So we're gonna have this little tiny bottle, but it'll do the job. So moving down the side of the Jeep, we decided to go with the metal cloak rock sliders. Not only did we want them to match the fenders, I just like how it, kind of matches up, but it's a nice solid rock slider, gives it a cool look, and it's gonna protect our doors. For those of you that know the original Mojito, that mainly really the only damage we ever had from trails was kind of damaging down here from a rock on axle breaker at Badlands. So these will provide some extra protection on the trails, protecting the doors and the lower rockers there. So we thought that was a good addition to the build. We also added the half doors, which we can't get enough of. And as you know, Blue Jeep has the half doors, so we were like, we need our own set. We failed to do that when we ordered this thing. So luckily, Ron, Jeep, and Pooh got rid of his half doors. They were actually red, and we got them just in time when we painted Mo to bring these in and get them painted too. So now we have the half doors. Yeah, as far as I know, these are the only Mojito and Mopar OEM half doors I've seen. We think. So I've never seen anybody else get a set and paint a Mojito. And well, Jeep hasn't made a Mojito. Yeah, Jeep never offered them while Mojito was being built, right? So we think maybe. So they could be the only factory half doors, and they completed our build. They really look sick. So So moving along to the back of the Jeep, we did go with the metal cloak rear fenders. Obviously, we had to match it up. And we did go with the metal cloak liners. This rear section has been where we had like the most issue because we had to modify. We were having rubbing issues with the 40s back here, and so it took some cutting and some trimming. I do want to give a big shout out to Scott for all his help, you know, telling me where to trim and helping me figure out how to trim.
They give you a lot of tips.
A lot of tips, because right in here, if you can see, we did have to do some cutting and some trimming both on the new metal cloak fender and on the body line, the seam here. And it seems to have done a pretty good job, but we are rubbing on the liners actually still. So it's gonna take some modification still and some more adjustments. But overall, it's been pretty good. We also had to, we're not like fully sure on what to do with this section here, but we did cut this plastic thing just to have a little bit of
protection,
kind of finish it off there in the back.
Without this, all you see is the metal and the end of the body, which isn't finished. We're like, well, that can't be like that.
Right, so we haven't decided yet if we want an aftermarket bumper or what we're gonna go with. What we're seeing on a lot of aftermarket bumpers is that they get rid of the license plate from the bumper and you have to mount it on your spare, and it's just not the look we want to go with. So we've been pretty happy with this factory bumper. So for now, we're gonna roll with it.
All right, those of you that know, we had the Rusty's off-road tire carrier on our last mow, and we put it on this new Mo 2.0, and it is amazing. It clearly holds up to a 40-inch tire. When we put it on, I was like, oh, that's large. And is this gonna hold up? And it does. It is so solid, even just regular driving, let alone dune driving. So on the old Mo, we had the stock carrier on, and we had our 35s on it, and it was just not holding up. When we got this Rusty's, it did wonders. We are really impressed because, I mean, 40s are large, and it's holding it quite well. Let me show you. We open it, no movement. We close it, minimal movement. A little jiggle, that's normal.
All right, so you all know that we always run our Topsy Products hinge hoists. These make it super easy to lift the tops off in our garage. So we always throw those on there, and Topsy Product hooked us up with these bronze to match the 392, and they actually are stamped with 392. So we'll get in here and show you that. Also, we had to go ahead and kind of add a custom touch to the back and add the 392. One thing that's always bothered me since these 392s came out is from the back, you really can't tell it's a 392 unless you can hear the exhaust, see the big stupid muffler hanging down under the back, or see this little bronze tow hook. So we added that so that everybody knows what they're coming up on. One of my favorite subtle mods that we do, it's like one of those things that's like you don't know you need until you need it, is this interior light bar, and you're probably not gonna be able to see it because it's super bright and sunny out here, but this LED light bar here in the back of the Jeep with a little switch inside. It's like one of those stupid things, but when you need it, it's amazing. It's like $28 on Amazon. It takes like 10 minutes for me to install it. So I love that thing. And we'll move around to just a couple other little things we did inside, and that's gonna wrap this up.
All right, folks. So we're gonna talk about some interior additions, like these alien sunshade grab handles, which we love. A, because they're very strong, and B, because they don't wave around when you're moving in the Jeep or when you're off-roading, and they're not made of this hard rubbery kind of material that like slams against the windows and makes you insane. Another interior feature we have installed is the Bullet Point Mounting Solutions phone mount, which also comes with a GoPro mount, so it's doubly fantastic. And you just place your phone in here. We have not hardwired our wire yet, so excuse the mess. But plug it in and you're ready to go.
All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for our full like unveiling of the Mojito Jeep 392.
Yeah, and we couldn't be more happy with the build and the color, especially custom painting it, and how original it looks to the original Mojito Jeep. So Mo 2.0 is coming along nicely.
Yeah, I should say one more big shout out to Mark for nailing the paint job at Katalin Customs, and of course our whole crew for helping us get this thing built.
So many
doing all the cutting, chopping.
Friends and family
installing.
are awesome. So, but you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna go. These dunes are waiting for me, so Bye, guys. Peace out.
I guess it's time to go play. Where are you going, Tim?
I'm gonna go here at the dunes. Maybe test sail. Maybe some puddles.